Hey everyone, hi, welcome. It is the Redmen TV. It is time to do the player rankings show where I have to normally take all the players who are involved with Liverpool and put them into one of three categories, whether they played boss, whether their performance was sound, or whether it was you're messing. I have to do that normally. It's normally a fine thing, but I don't normally have to do it after one of the, if not the most corrupt, weird, terrible refereeing performances of all time in a world where 5 or 6 minutes ago, I read the PGMOL, well, not apology statement, more admission of guilt statement. Here we are. If you want to talk about more about that, watch the Fan Interactive, post-match interactive show where I got some of your comments from that. The Instant Match Reaction show is just recorded on redmenplus.com right now. Chris and Dan absolutely seething over on there, and there'll be a little clip going out later on tonight as well. I was talking about that, but I'm going to have to put that all to one side for now because that's not what this show's for. This show is for this. Let's go through the team then. First and foremost, Alisson Becker, absolutely by far and away the best player on the pitch. I thought he was absolutely magnificent. If there was a tier above Boss, that's where Ali would be going. He deserved to come away with at least a point from that game. Some say, I mean, we talk about goalkeepers a lot. People, regular viewers of the show will know I was a goalkeeper in my day. So I have a lot of time, and I also think a lot about goalkeeping. I like analysing goalkeeping performances. You see some keepers, and most people who watch football like the flash and the flare. So people like slideys from defensive midfielders and defenders and what have you, and then we like screamers from attacking midfielders and forwards and that kind of stuff. And we like Hollywood saves from goalkeepers. Alisson Becker doesn't do Hollywood saves. He just does the right saves. And I've talked about Ramsdale at Arsenal, and he makes saves where he doesn't move his feet. He dives and saves things. Alisson Becker takes 2 steps across and catches them. And today there was one, I think it was a Maddison shot, and he just dived and caught the ball. It was like watching peak Ray Clements, and that's before my time, but goalkeepers seemingly used to catch the ball a lot more. And there's one as well with his full stretch. I think that might be a Maddison one as well. There's one from close range from Son. He tips over the bar. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Yes, we've got one comment here. Thunder says Alisson, superhuman level. Yeah, just to give me some help on this one. What I want is let me know where you think Joel Matips should go in the live show comments. I'll come to him in a minute, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on how you would rank Matip, because ultimately he's the guy who scores the goal that costs Liverpool a point in inverted commas. But I want to know your thoughts on Joel Matip. Which area on the board should he be going on? And I'll get through to them in a second. Right, Joe Gomez. I thought Joe Gomez was really good. I thought he was boss as well. Not quite Alisson level boss. Could he cut the cross out from Richarlison? I don't know. I don't think. I saw someone saying he got skinned by Richarlison. He never. Richarlison didn't take him on. I thought Gomez did a brilliant job at right back today. Up and down the pitch, absolutely tireless. Got into the box, got into good situations. Quite possibly could have had a penalty if it wasn't for some of the worst refereeing in the history of refereeing. So I'm going with Joe Gomez there. Virgil van Dijk. I'm equally going to put Virgil van Dijk in the boss category as well. Thought he was absolutely brilliant. Gutted to see him at the end where he's just trying to chase things down and trying to make something happen, and it doesn't quite work out for him, and he goes on his haunches. He's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, okay. So, Joel Matip then, I asked you guys. We've got a little poll there as well if you want to vote on that one as well. That'd be great. Let's see what we got. So, Scouse House Mafia says boss. Paul, thank you. Matip was boss, says Eth Shamble Sand. Scouting the goal, he was amazing. Zarafi says boss. Paramvia says Matip boss. Marley Clark says Matip boss. He was our best player by a mile until the mistake. Knocky Knock says Matip low end of sound. So down Matip sort of down here, you're thinking. So we've had a lot of shouts for boss, but one shout for down lower end of sound. Matip was boss, so harsh on him for the own goal, says Goisa HD. Yeah, okay, let's see what else we've got. Brian Glow. Matip was boss, one head as well, and had a few good moments going forward. So, yeah. Leolat, Joel is an angel, and I will hear nothing other than boss for him. Well, who am I to argue against such things? I'm putting Joel Matip in there too. I'm going to give him a boss. I'll put him alongside Joey Gomez. He did score an own goal. Like so all of that. I thought he was really good. I'm not blaming him. I don't feel any sense of anger towards Joel Matip whatsoever. He was great, but he did score an own goal. So yeah, I'll do that. Right, okay. Diogo Red says Matip gave Spurs charity. Oh, hang on. It's got, yeah, Matip gave Spurs charity. He's a humanitarian, is Joel. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I want you guys to rate next. I'm going to rate Robertson myself. I want you to rate Mohamed Salah. I'm going to go for Andy Robertson. I thought Robertson was the best player on the pitch, to be honest. I thought he was right there up with Ali. Again, up and down the pitch, committed in the tackle, defensively really, really solid and sound. Some really intelligent, like clever touches to help Liverpool get out. I thought Robertson was absolutely brilliant, to be honest. So yeah, I'll move on to the midfield. Just on the PGMOL thing, like again, I'm not going to do it again on this show, but I hate the fact that it goes like VAR missed this or VAR didn't intervene. Like, no, say the names. Say John Jones, Clark Kent, and Bruce Wayne failed to intervene in that decision. Stop making it sound like it's a fucking robot. It's a bunch of fellas, incompetent fellas in a room somewhere looking at the telly. Right, Alexis McAllister. I thought he was good. I don't think he was. What do we think? If I put him in sound, bear in mind, there's nothing wrong with having a sound performance. I think it's always going to be tough to judge the holding mid in those kind of games. I thought he held his own really well. He was absolutely knackered by the end of it. I thought it was absolutely fine. Let's see what else we got. Well, yeah, I want you to. High sound, says Dickie Red for McAllister. Okay, I think that's fair. Sound says 14 Lindani there. Okay, cool, I'm happy with that. Curtis Jones is a tricky one. I thought he was having a great game up until the red card. I don't think it was a red card. I really don't. I've said it plenty of times. I'll repeat it because this is a new show and maybe people don't watch all the shows that we do. If you look at the still image, it looks horrendous. If you watch the game at normal speed, Curtis Jones does this. His foot goes, hits the ball there, and the other guy's foot hits the ball here, and this happens. And in doing so, Curtis Jones' foot comes over, and there's this another thing, and he's trying to pull, and it looks bad, but it's a contender. Anyone's played the game and done a 50-50 before. Shit happens. It's just one of those things. Everyone does it. You both go in for a 50-50. When two people kick a ball at the same time, neither of those people knows where the ball is going. You hope it goes in the direction that you're hoping it to go, but nobody knows where the ball's going to go. I thought he was having a good game, to be honest. He was leading Liverpool's press. He was being very front foot, aggressive, helping destabilise what Spurs were doing. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. From Dax there, it's accidental and hence it's not a red card. I agree, mate. Absolutely agree. Right. Okay. Let's move on to the other midfielder. That is Dominic Szoboszlai, perhaps the greatest man on earth. It's a shame because, again, going down to men means we're having to hamper him. I thought he was boss, by the way, and I'm going to put him in boss, and I'm not going to hear another word said against it. However, it was a boss performance, but it's another game where we're asking him to play deep midfield and robbing him of the ability to really influence a football match the way he does. Tireless, constantly at 9 men, he's still pressing and trying to cause them problems. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Sebe Andres here, says Sobo boss, great balls and cold skill even at 96th minute. Absolutely. Tape Dom to the boss section, says Jackson Rogers. Yeah, there's a very realistic. So there was a point where many years ago on Redmen TV, where we had to introduce a non-Luis Suarez Man of the Match award because Suarez was so good that he was Man of the Match every week. So we had to start giving it, and we had to create another award just for the other good players. So I was like, right up there. Okay, Luis Diaz. I think that he's probably the hardest player to rate because a lot of our good breakaway chances, a lot of good turning things around, really good. Again, he got stuck in defensively, but his final ball was lacking. I think he might have been teetering toward the low end of sound. I'm not, it's a tough one. Darth Cannabis, go ahead. It just says sound. Diaz was boss, says Simona. Jackson Rogers, Diaz would be in boss had VAR done its job. That is a brilliant point. You know what? In your face, VAR. Fine. Yeah, cool. I'm having that. That's as simple as it is sometimes. Cody Gakpo took his goal absolutely brilliantly. Only gets 45 minutes under his belt. Thought he was good. Don't know whether I'm putting him in boss as well. Thought he was good. That was good. Sobo's the hardest worker, says Ben Jones, but all the boys were good, to be honest. What a ball from Sobo to Van Dijk to create the goal for Gakpo. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's where I'm putting myself. I'm going right here. Okay, sound. Gakpo's boss, says Thunder. I agree. Okay, cool. Mohamed Salah. I've asked you, I didn't see lots of people talking about Mo in the comments there. But where do we think Mohamed Salah should sit on this one? I think it's gonna be hard for anyone to not put him high. I'm gonna put Salah in boss for the moment while we go through the subs. Wataru Endo, thought he was absolutely sound. He's not going to change the game for you at that point. He was coming on because McAllister was knackered and we needed to be a bit more solid through the midfield. He was fine. Thought he was fine. Goisa HD, actually, just because we can't not talk about all this stuff as much as I'm trying to keep it off this show. Not even just us. Palace goal versus United had offside player in front of goalkeeper. Same as Watkins, second versus Fulham. Refereeing disgrace. PGML disgrace. Comment pathetic. Yeah, they're bad, aren't they? Bad at what they do. Endo Boss says 3-5. Salah was brilliant, very good creating, says Ben Jones. Salah was not boss, says Zafari. But Sebe says Salah boss without a doubt. What am I meant to do with that? Two people speaking absolutes. He's going in boss for me. Diogo Jota, I'm afraid, is going to have to go in EMS, and he's probably the only player who does. I like Jota. I think it's hard. He's a player who struggles with the eyeball test sometimes. He's better in the final third. You want Diogo Jota in the final third of a football pitch. What I don't want him is him right midfield or left midfield, deep in midfield, because he hasn't quite got the pace or the skill in those areas. But he held the ball all right. He was able to get up and support the attack. It's a harsh first yellow. It's a stupid second. In that environment, he's made it off for his own back. So yeah, he's the one I would put in there. Ibu Kanate was absolutely sound when he came on. And Trent, fine as well. And Ryan Gravenberch was the other one I thought was quite good. Not really. Look, it's not the game for any of those footballers. Maybe actually Gravenberch a little bit better than Trent. If we're gonna be like that. I personally would have put Trent in midfield, and I know we technically we went to 3 at the back, and we made Robbo and Trent wing backs to make that a back 5 when we needed to, which was defensively sound. But I did feel a bit sorry for Trent to come straight back in, having been injured, to like be in the backs against the wall defender, which we know is not his tip top of his skill set. Right, anyone want to give me a shout for man of the match? I think there's an obvious winner in amongst it all, if I'm being honest. But if you could, let me know. We actually asked the poll as well, just to give you the results of that Matip's performance. 74% said boss, 22% said sound, and just 5% said you're messing. 5% who probably fans of other football teams with the bants. Okay, I think man of the match. Oh, I Mike, that's a great comment. Oh, boss, look forward to the end throughout the match. Love these guys. Yeah, I agree. If you don't love this team more for what you've just watched today, then you might not be capable of feeling love. I'm giving Alisson Becker man of the match. It's as simple as that. Right, thank you so much for sticking with me on this. Who really wants to talk about player ratings when PGMOL are being being inconsolably shite at their job? Plenty more post-match reactions to come from. Fan Interactive Show I have done. That's in the bag. That is on the YouTube channel right now. My individual match reaction talking about the match is available right now. There is also an instant match reaction with Chris and Dan, and the Player Ratings podcast is live right now on redmenplus.com. So if you want to just jump over there straight now and finish off that show, I highly recommend doing that. Drop a like on the video. For the Battle and Reds, if you love Liverpool Football Club, if you love them even more despite that ultimate result, drop a like on the video because I fucking love these Reds and I can't wait to watch them for the rest of the season. They have totally rebirthed my love of football after last season. Post Madrid into last season, threatened to basically end it forever. I love them, I do. I feel so sorry for Joel Matip and I feel sorry for us. But it is what it is. They'll pick themselves up, dust themselves down, and go again because football never really stops. There's another game on Thursday, and we can gear up towards that. Anyway, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Ta-ra. Thank you so very, very much for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. The season is now well underway. If you need extra Redmen content, be it podcast, videos, documentaries, interviews, and general shows, fill your boots on Redmen Plus.